Uranus in Virgo generation. The Uranus in Virgo generation was mainly people born from 1962 to 1968. Let's talk about the Uranus in Virgo generation and how they are, everything you need to know about them. So this generation liberates themselves through communication, speaking, and writing, as well as Mercury rules Virgo. Okay, so when I did the video on Uranus and Gemini, I talked about how that generation liberated themselves through communication, speaking, and writing. But so does the Uranus and Virgo generation, because Mercury rules not only Gemini, but Virgo as well, and Aquarius. Okay. They liberate themselves through serving others and helping others to improve their lives. See, Uranus is all about liberation and how you free yourself, and you free yourself from constraints. Virgo has to do with serving others and helping others. So this generation, they liberate themselves and free themselves through serving others and helping others to improve their lives. They have a very unconventional and radical approach towards communication, speaking, and writing. And they have an unconventional and radical approach towards health-related matters and service, work, and routine-related matters. Okay, so Uranus in the sign that it's in tells us the type of matters that we have a very unconventional, radical approach towards. Like, we don't approach these matters in a normal way. So when you have Uranus in Virgo, you don't approach communication, speaking, and writing in a normal way. You don't approach health-related matters, service-related matters, work and routine-related matters in a normal way. You approach these matters in a very unconventional, radical way. J.K. Rowling, Michael Jordan, and Gordon Ramsay are a part of this generation. Now, with J.K. Rowling, it makes perfect sense that she liberated herself through communication, speaking, and writing, because she wrote a book. She wrote one of the best book series in history. Because think about it, she was, from what I understand, she was homeless. Like, she was homeless, like living on the streets, and she wrote Harry Potter, and it turned her into a billionaire. So you see how it worked is through writing, a matter that has to do with writing, which is connected to Virgo. That's how she was able to liberate herself and free herself and literally just quickly shift her life into turning into a billionaire. She went from homeless to a billionaire. That's the energy of Uranus, just a sudden radical change where you can go from being homeless to being a billionaire because you wrote such an amazing book series. Michael Jordan. It's obvious to see how Michael Jordan had this as well, because when people talk about Michael Jordan, they talked about how he was very radical and crazy about his routine and how he went about his routine to get better at basketball. So that's how you see that with him, is he was a workaholic. People said he was a workaholic and he was very particular about his routine, and he was almost crazy about his routine to just constantly put in the work, the self-improvement to get better every single day at basketball. Gordon Ramsay, when I saw this, I laughed because it makes perfect sense, because he's known as the crazy chef. So Uranus is associated with like crazy energy and being a radical, crazy person. Virgo is associated with service, right? Part of being a chef is you serve others. So it makes perfect sense that he would go on to be known as the crazy chef, because he approaches serving others in a very unconventional and radical, almost crazy way. That's why I think his show was called Hell's Kitchen. Makes perfect sense. You can see how Gordon Ramsay has this. And then thank you for watching. That's everything you need to know. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Take care.